Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Lost Judgment. So today we're gonna start chapter 8. So yeah, let's go. Tragedy last episode in the ending. Let's see what happens, right?
The school teacher, Yokosawa, is murdered in cold blood, and Yagami is torn with grief. Her death is merely collateral damage to Soma of RK. Soma's real prey is Kawana, who narrowly escapes his trap. It seems Kawana had buried his true identity among a host of other secrets, and to unearth them, Yagami crawls deeper down the rabbit hole.
She was crying when she died. Chapter 8, Phantom of Ijincho.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it. You don't want us touching anything inside the room. Is it okay to wait for you inside then? Some private investigators from Kamurocho, Yagami-san and Kaito-san. Yeah, I asked them to help us out with a case we were on a couple days ago. Yes, see you soon. They're coming. The cops are on their way.
All right. She was murdered at the hands of Soma. Bastard. You lied when you said they had no business with her. Why did it have to be her? How did she get pulled into all this?
If it's answers you want, you gotta be a detective, Talk. We can see the kind of shit that normal people miss. We'll notice what they can't. For now, can you put aside the pain and do the work you need to do?
I think he's right.
First, let's narrow our focus. It's not about who or how she was murdered. What's more important here is to figure out the answer to the why. Let's consider her connections. We know one of them was to Kawana the handyman. Where that leads is that Soma's gang was after Kawana, and that's why they broke in.
In that case, the clues that we're after here are her personal relationships. There's our lead. Something that shows how a teacher could be connected to a guy like Kawana.
Yeah. Except Kawana's a fake name, just his alias. His real name was Kitakata. Soma gave us that.
Kitakata. Okay, we need to do it fast.
Suspicious. Hey.
She has tears around her eyes. She must have been terrified.
What the?
Super sad. She was just alive, right? No obvious wounds in the body. Know where she's bleeding from at least. I'm sure the police will perform an autopsy. I just hope I can see the report myself later.
Suspicious.
There it
There's one
is. Oh
visible
my
wound
god.
here. What do you think, Kaito-san?
Sure is tiny. Think she was stabbed with some kind of long needle?
An ice pick, most likely. Soma was holding one up to her.
An ice pick to the nape of the neck would be fatal. Is that how she died? If so, I only hope that she didn't suffer. Oh my god. God damn. This is tragic, man. What do we need to see here? CDs? Anything here?
Hey, suspicious.
Trash can. Better peek in the trash can. Her phone.
Could this be Sawa-sensei's?
Probably.
Maybe some RK thugs barged in, took her phone, and threw it in here.
What do you want to do? Check her mail? Call log?
Yeah, I do. No good. It's got a pin. And we don't have time to crack it now. Cops will be here soon.
So, we just gonna leave it here?
Yeah, unfortunately. But let's look around some more.
I mean, we can't take the phone, yeah. Anything here? There's nothing else.
Suspicious.
Someone cut the door chain. Looks like they used a bolt cutter. They came ready, they had tools and forced their way in and didn't even care who saw them. I can imagine how scared Sawa-sensei must have been, watching helplessly as they pried the door open.
Uh-huh.
A lot of footprints. What else? Is there anything else here?
What the?
Okay, this.
Blood. Not a lot, though.
Yeah, looks like it.
A trail of blood, probably hers. How far does it go? Okay, there. Sawa-sensei's blood managed to reach this far? Furukawa Academy yearbook.
Hey.
Yagami-san, isn't that yearbook from when Sawa-sensei went to Kurokawa Academy? Wouldn't there be photos of people like Yui Mamiya and that bully Kawaii in there?
Oh. Yeah, you're probably right.
Weird that there's so much blood around it. Maybe she was trying to leave us a clue.
What do you wanna
2009.
do? Take a peek inside? Kinda frowned on to mess with a murder scene, yeah?
If you're gonna look, make it quick. The cops will be here any minute.
There's not enough time to check the whole thing.
Now think, what do I do with this yearbook? Take it?
I'm gonna hang on to it for now. I'll turn it over to the police later. It's now or never. I won't get another chance to come back to this room.
You're gonna take it? Really? Is that even legal?
Of course not. But fuck legal this time.
Those shady Kurokawa Academy graduates might be connected to Mikoshiba's murder. But we're the only ones with that lead right now. The cops could turn this place upside down and still miss that.
Good point. It's better off with us then. Feel like that's what Sawa-sensei wanted. It's now or never. Sugiura, we'll deal with the cops. You take the yearbook and get out of here.
I have to play the thief?
I mean,
What?
you were a thief.
Isn't that exactly what you fucking did back in Kamurocho?
Gotta
Rude.
bring that up. Fine, I'll do it.
We done it.
I see. So, Chad, according to you, the guy who killed Sawa-sensei was...
Kazuki Soma. He's the leader of a bunch of thugs in Kamurocho known as RK.
Yeah? Well, great. Case closed.
Then what's your take on the murder scene, Nabe-san?
Tone it down, buddy.
Shut up.
Remember who's got the badge here.
There are footprints of several different men who have been in Sawa-sensei's room. That includes yours, by the way. We'll be analyzing these footprints first, and we'll check any security footage in the surrounding area. We'll ask around for eyewitnesses and narrow down our suspects. And we'll look into RK too, of course. Appreciate your help with that, Detective Yagami.
I just saw the coroner walk in. You saw the body too, right?
Yeah, just to get a rough idea. Her body will be taken in for an autopsy.
Does your rough idea include the cause and time of death?
Cause of death, a single stab from behind into the nape of the neck with a weapon similar to an ice pick. As for the time, we're estimating she's been dead for about 3 hours.
3 hours? That means it must have been right after I saw her on my phone.
So someone from RK tried to get rid of me too. These guys won't hesitate to kill someone just to shut them up. But why would they go this far? What did they want with Koana?
Nabe-san,
True.
the police need to get a warrant for Soma.
We're asking HQ about him as we speak. We need At least a damn mugshot for a warrant.
Then isn't it time to hit the street and get in some thug faces? Assume any face you don't recognize is from RK.
I get how you feel, man, but pull it together. Actually, I'm curious about that Kuwana fella, too. He's lived in Ijincho forever. Why were Kamurocho thugs after him? And now I hear Kuwana isn't even his real name? He and Sawa-sensei were connected, but how?
I'm looking for those same answers myself.
So you know jack shit about anything important. Then you can go on home. And just make sure we can reach you.
Sure about this, Nabe-san?
Yeah. Assholes like him work better on a loose leash.
Foul-mouthed as fuck, but not bad, Pops.
What now?
Nabe-san, aren't you gonna ask me about Ihara? You know I went to see him in prison.
Oh, that.
You saw the video of Ihara killing Mikoshiba, didn't you? I was coming to talk to Sawa-sensei about it.
Your point?
I think there may have been a link between what happened to Sawa-sensei and Mikoshiba's murder. In which case, wouldn't you want to pump Ihara for information? Why aren't you jumping on that?
We got orders from the top that Ihara's off limits. Forever.
Forever?
They said if we want to try to peg him as Mikoshiba's killer, we'd have to completely flip the guilty verdict on his harassment case. Not exactly the kind of shit a beat cop can pull off. Besides, nobody seems to want to investigate the Mikoshiba murder. Not us, not HQ, not even the prosecution.
So cops get to just quit working an investigation because they don't feel like it?
If there was even a hope we could close it, every cop here would be all over it. Everyone knows Ihara stinks to high hell. And they still won't let us touch the goddamn thing. It's above our pay grade. We'll bury the case so deep it never sees the light of day.
Yeah, feels like Sawa-sensei's case is about to get the same treatment.
Hey, I told you to watch it, buddy.
Save the dirty looks for your superiors. They're the bastards so desperate to sweep this under the rug.
Hell do you?
Cool it, Sakurai.
Yeah, shut up, Sakurai. That dude, man, I want to slap him so bad. Oh no, we're back.
I know this is all very sudden. We don't have many details yet. And as you've heard, the police are working to find answers as we speak. Sawa-sensei, well, she got mixed up in some sort of incident. This may attract press to the school, and some of them may even wish to speak to you, but please, do your best to ignore them. Again, we don't have all of the facts, and it's not for all of you to, well, none of you are under any obligation to speak to them, so please, don't. All that I can ask, for now, spare a prayer for Sawa-sensei, please, if you can. Please. Please.
Okay. We better get everyone back to class. Starting with the third years.
Excuse me, Yagami-san? If you don't mind, Chairman Okuda said he'd like to speak with you if you would be on campus today.
It's your fault.
It's about Sawa-sensei.
If you gave me the address
Yeah, I can
sooner,
do
I
that.
could have saved her.
Will he be in his office?
Yes. Thank you for everything, sir.
But yeah, she gave us the address as soon as possible, right? And maybe we could have arrived there already. I should head over to the chairman's office, but it's gonna be hard to talk about anything.
Yagami-san,
Oh, Amasawa-senpai.
Hey,
I still can't believe what happened to Sawa-sensei.
yeah, I know.
Do you know anything about it?
I saw the scene of the crime. I was the first one to find her.
What?
The killer's still on the loose, but I know who it is.
Is there any way I can help? maybe you could share some details about the case.
Hell no.
No, not this time. This one's too dangerous. I'm not gonna get you involved.
True.
Just leave Sawa-sensei's case to me. Don't you have your own cases to solve?
Yagami-san. Okay.
Listen, you're a brilliant kid. You can't afford to let this throw you off your game, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. If I let that happen, it'll damage the MRC's credibility.
Exactly. So here's what I'm thinking, Amasawa. Let's just carry on like normal. And please spread the word to the rest of the MRC. That'd help me out a bunch.
Yes, I can do that.
Dude, imagine if Amasawa died. He would break Yagami. He would break his mind. Well, yeah, of course, you're not gonna, what do you call this? Include your junior detective, basically. In a case like this, it's too dangerous. Like, people are dying.
Enter. Thank you for coming.
Sure. No problem.
Have a seat, if you would. In that detective's report, Sawa-sensei was... well, it said you were the one who found her body.
That's right.
You had been concerned for Sawa-sensei's safety before the incident. You're able to see things I can't. You have something of a gift for that, Yagami-san.
I wish I could agree with that. But I'm overlooking details. I'm letting too much slip away. And quite frankly, there's still a lot that I haven't figured out yet either.
Like what? May I have an example?
There's this local handyman. Kawana is the name he goes by in the city. Right before it happened, I ran into him in front of Sawa-sensei's apartment. There's no way it was a coincidence.
So, you think he could be the culprit?
Actually, I don't think so. Not really. That said, Kawana has something to do with all this. Sawa-sensei may have gotten caught up in his mess. In fact, Kawana is just an alias he uses, and he's being hunted by these thugs from Kamurocho. They're a gang called RK, and it's weird, but they've been looking for this punk named Kawai. And Kawai's connected to it too. Sawa-sensei went to the same school as him 13 years ago.
Wow, these details are flying so far over my head. Your investigation has gone well beyond what I can comprehend, and it's left me in the dust. But I just can't do this anymore. Between my own faculty and the press, I'm being bombarded. I'm afraid it's just too much for me to bear.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But you know what? What's been the hardest part is feeling so powerless as all these young people have their lives cut short. Ikushibukun being discovered dead, Ehara-san committing murder on video, and now poor Sawa-sensei's tragedy too. I can't help but feel in my heart that these incidents are related. That somewhere below the surface, all these misfortunes are connected to the same root.
I would have to agree.
Then I suppose it's only a matter of digging down deep enough, though I couldn't begin to imagine how much soil would have to be turned to uproot it. But one thing, Yagami-san, if you would, could I ask that you continue to keep digging until you get to the bottom? Can you? Sawa-sensei deserves to have her chance at justice. A wonderful teacher like her. Why? She had her whole future to look forward to, the poor woman. And now this happens. It's just not right.
As it stands, I still need to collect more evidence. So you know, I can't make any promises just yet. I could hit a dead end. But no matter what anyone does, no matter who tries to stop me, I'm gonna keep digging.
You're a saint. These past few days have felt like a never-ending nightmare. What a breath of fresh air. And I appreciate the good news.
Of course. I'm glad we could talk, Chairman.
And now, Sawa-sensei's old class is going to be my next worry. I'm sure you're well aware that that class has some students with a penchant for causing trouble. I fear that with her gone, we may need to prevent a relapse for those bullies you stopped.
Are you referring to Koda-san then? I understand. While I'm working on campus, I'll keep an eye on them.
Okay, let's check on them. But dude, are they gonna relapse? Their teacher just died. I should go check out class 2 too. Come on, man. Why are they gonna get angry? They're gonna bully mommy again? Hell no.
Yagami-san, what do you want?
You know, things have been really weird around here ever since you showed up. First, they find Mikoshiba-sensei's body. Now Sawa-sensei winds up getting murdered. You the angel of death or something? Is that it?
Shut up.
I wouldn't blame you for thinking that.
Everyone's so damn gloomy. It sucks. Sawa-sensei was popular with all the boys. But her classes were super easy, and honestly pretty boring. You won't catch me moping around crying about it like all these losers. Ha ha!
You shut up, I'ma slap you, man. Shut up.
Hypocrites. You assholes were practically celebrating what happened to Mikoshiba-sensei.
Hey, we've heard enough out of you.
Yeah? Fuck off, you little twerp!
You tell him, Krillin.
What do you want, Koda?
Yagami-san, we're fine. There's a lot we don't understand, so we just feel a bit vulnerable right now. But, well, if you learn more about Sawa-sensei, could you please keep us in the loop too?
Oh, please, bitch! What's with this goody two-shoes bullshit?
Fucking chill, Akane. What's your problem?
Yeah, shut up.
Like I said before, I'm a detective, and I'm looking into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. That's why I was talking to Sawa-sensei. It's highly likely she got wrapped up in that case. So make no mistake, I'm going to find the truth about what happened to them both.
Kinda pointless. The internet's already branded Mikoshiba-sensei as the villain in all this. Everyone says he had it coming since he used to be a bully himself.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, if you're interested in hearing my report, just drop me a line. Maybe seeing my work might put things into perspective for you.
Detective my ass. Just get out of my face!
So, about Akane. She was really into Mikoshiba-sensei. They got along great, chatted all the time. Then all of a sudden, he just disappeared. She thought they had a connection, but turns out it was only one way. Now, she's always so pissed off. Keeps driving herself over the edge because she can't even reach the brakes. I'm not saying all this because I expect you to forgive us.
The fact that you recognize you did some awful things is a step in the right direction, at least.
I'm sorry, Koda. For everything we did to you.
At least. He's being good now. I mean, of course, she cannot say
You can't
yes,
expect her to ever
yes.
forgive you. If anything, expect that she never will.
I know.
That said, good job apologizing.
True.
Thanks.
At least he did something. Very lonely day. I should head back to Yokohama 99. Not yet, not yet. Come back. Okay.
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, thank you for coming.
Amasawa.
What is it you wanted to ask me? Well, it is a rather long story. Is this a good time? Yes. Okay, once you start this side case, everything else will be put on hold. Ooh. This might be good. Okay, sure thing. After all, I'm the MRC's outside counselor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Yagami-san. So this about my classmate. Actually, I should go get him now. Be right back.
Yoroshiku.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Hisayoshi Shimada, a second year. I'm Yagami, the MRC's advisor. Nice to meet you, sir.
Hey.
So, what exactly do you need help with, sir? Well, Yagami-san, do you believe in things like curses?
What was that?
I'm sorry, what?
Well,
Just a preface. This is going to sound either mysterious or ridiculous, depending on your answer. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but please, you have to believe me. Okay, just tell me what's going on first. Then we'll see how it ranks with all the crazy things I've heard. Curse of the Amasawa Family heirloom.
Hey.
Okay, would you mind starting us off, Shimada-kun? So, it's about this lucky cat I have at home. A lucky cat? You mean one of those statues of a cat waving its paw, or like an actual cat?
yes.
The former, yes. They're said to bring good fortune, so you can spot them in all sorts of businesses. There are quite a few kinds. Most of them are said to bring good luck, but black lucky cats are supposed to ward off bad luck in particular. I didn't know they got that specific. The thing is, my lucky cat doesn't do any of that. It doesn't bring money or good luck, it just attracts tragedies. Tragedies? Dude, your lucky cat is so dirty. Here it is. It looks pretty old. My dad bought it from an antique dealer friend of his. Usually, they're really expensive, especially the pre-war ones like this. Oh, okay. But my dad's friend warned him at the time. This cat brings more bad luck than good. So why did your dad buy the thing if it's supposed to be cursed? He collects all sorts of rarities, especially the stuff with interesting stories. He goes nuts for those. Sounds like an interesting guy. But yeah, a lucky cat that brings more bad luck than good. I admit it, that's an intriguing hook. And Yagami-san, the curse, or whatever it is, evidence is starting to pile up, making it seem real.
Well,
ever since acquiring the statue, the Shimadas have been through one ordeal after another.
What was that?
Like what? About the unlucky cat. Like some pretty scary stuff. My dad got a really high fever all of a sudden and was a touch and go for a bit. Our house caught on fire too. Wow. Potential arson and serious illness? You weren't kidding, that's scary stuff. And my grades keep slipping ever since dad bought the thing. I'd never dropped below 10th place before this. Dude, is that really the statue's fault though? True. If you didn't study, you're gonna fall. Well, you sure can't blame me for the ghost. One woke my dad up in the middle of the night, standing right next there to his bed.
Huh?
A ghost did? He was dressed like an old-timey soldier and totally pale, just stood there like he was at attention. But he kept moaning, "Give me back my cat." My dad thought he was dreaming, so he rolled over and went back to sleep.
Does that mean?
So was it just a dream?
Yeah.
I don't know, but the next day, that's when he started feeling awful. It's like he's been cursed or something.
I see.
Okay, well, that would be unsettling, even if it was just a string of coincidence. Okay, my dad's still not out of the woods. Now that he's healthy, either he almost got run by a car a couple of days ago. Oh, so it's still going on. This really isn't sounding like a coincidence anymore, but I don't know what it could be. At this point, it's probably safe to consider further misfortune inevitable. That may help us determine the cause before any irreversible damage is done. I'm telling you, it's the cat. Why even keep it then?
Excuse me.
Okay, here's a question. If you're also creeped out about it, why don't you just throw it out? It's my dad. He refuses to get rid of it. He says the previous owner was this famous otter who met his demise because of the statue. What? So the statue was cursed even back then? Yeah. My dad said the guy died when he hit his head on it.
Are you serious?
Oof, that is quite the story. Apparently his whole fan base is obsessed with the statue. That's why it's considered really valuable, despite the curse. Who's the author, by the way? Well, Kaito and Amasawa. He was a mystery novelist and my grandfather.
Huh?
Your grandfather? Oh. And you said hitting his head on the statue. Kaito and Amasawa. Tell me more about him. So, this was the actual cat that, you know.
Yes.
Well, only if this is truly the exact same statue my grandfather owned. So you don't know if this is the actually the same one? Well, my grandfather has been missing ever since he passed away. What? About 7 years now. What do you mean missing? Shortly after he died, my grandmother pawned it off. She always thought it was rather creepy.
I see.
Can you tell me from this pic if it's the same one as your grandfather's? Oh, the cat. Okay. I was like, my grandfather is missing ever since he died. Okay, it was the cat that was missing. Okay. It's hard to tell from just a photo. This is all 7 years ago. I see, but I do remember that the cat was cursed even back then. My grandpa was somewhat of a rarities collector himself. Of course, he jumped the chance of owning one-of-a-kind unlucky cat. Okay, Kaito and Amasawa was famous for his somewhat bizarre tales of mystery. I can definitely imagine him wanting a statue like that. Okay, now we know why Amasawa likes mystery stuff, right? My grandfather was quite taken with it. He bragged about it quite a bit when I was little. But I'm sure he never imagined his life ending because of his unlucky cat. A lucky cat that took the life of Amasawa's grandfather 7 years ago. And now it's back, wreaking havoc for another family. Yagami-san, I'm not one to believe in the supernatural. All mysteries must be approached irrationally, no matter how unusually they present themselves. That's what I firmly believe. Because logic is always found at the true core of any mystery. Right.
That being said...
But that's also why my grandfather's unexplained death has stuck with me for the past 7 years. I assume the police ruled it as accidental, right? If that's the case, kind of sounds pretty explained. No, actually. On the night that my grandfather passed away, I also experienced a strange event. One that has no rational explanation and could only be considered a supernatural phenomenon.
What?
Really? What happened? I'm sorry. I'm not sure how to explain it. Let's just focus on finding out if this is actually the same cat or not first.
Gotcha.
Sure, we can do that. Rare for Amasawa to not have the words. But this could be the actual statue that took her grandpa's life. I can see why it'd be so tough to talk about it. Okay, Yagami-san, I'm getting to the bottom of this case, one way or another. If something's causing all the tragedies around the cat, there's a good chance more will occur. I don't want anything as awful as what happened to my grandpa to happen to anyone in the Shimada family. Okay, makes sense to me. After all, you're about preventing incidents before they take place.
Yes.
Right, and not only that, this case is personal.
Yagami-san.
So Yagami-san, would you please help me get to the bottom of this?
Yeah.
Of course, the MRC's advisors got your back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, Shimada-kun, do you think your father would mind showing it to us? Cool. Oh yeah, I bet he'd be over the moon to have one of Kaito and Amasawa's descendants confirm his statue is the real deal. I'll give him a call now. He says yes. He'd love to meet you guys. In fact, hey, good to hear. Where should we meet him? I asked him to meet us at a cafe near the station, a Plug. It'll be faster than getting him signed at the school reception and everything. Is that okay? Yes, that's fine. I would have felt bad asking him to come all the way here anyway. Well, I'll make my way to the cafe now. Let's meet out front.
Yagami-san.
Okay, see you soon. Okay, we need to make it though. Wait, is Amasawa? Is she following me, right? Let's go.
Yagami-san, would you say that you tail people often?
I mean, it's a big part of the job.
Do you have any tips for avoiding the target's suspicion? I tend to get made fairly quickly when tailing.
What's an average high schooler tailing people for anyway?
I just can't help myself when I pick up a lead.
Kind of dangerous when you don't know your target, don't you think?
But in the end, isn't it worth it if I can prevent an incident?
No, not if it's something that puts your own life at risk.
I somehow hadn't considered that. Oh, fair enough.
I had no idea you had such a famous grandfather.
Are you surprised?
No. If anything, it's obvious that you're his granddaughter.
Well, now I'm feeling the pressure.
As a descendant of Kaito and Amasawa, you should become the kind of detective that make him proud.
For that to be possible, I need to take on as many cases as possible to hone my instincts.
But what if you blundered into a case and ended up making a fool of yourself? Would that make Grandpa proud?
The more I hold back, though, the more curious I get. Once I've caught a whiff of a mystery, the Amasawa blood in me starts pumping.
That's quite a burden you wound up inheriting.
Okay, we're here. Oh, Yagami-san, Amasawa-senpai. Ah, you're Kaito and Amasawa-sensei's grandchild, right?
It's a pleasure.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kyoko Amasawa.
Domo.
Shimada, Mikio Shimada. My sons told me about you. Thank you for being such a good senpai to him. I must say, I'm surprised seeing you for the first time. You definitely have Amasawa's blood in you. You're like a heroine ripped straight from his novels. I can already tell you're not just a nice face. You're as smart as a whip too, aren't you?
Huh?
Oh, really? Come on, Dad. Cut it out. Oh my, apologies. And who's this with you?
It's Yagami.
I'm Takayuki Yagami, counselor for the Mystery Club. I'm primarily a detective in Kamurocho. Oh, a genuine detective. This is just getting better. Okay, the seasoned private eye trawling the seedy underbelly of the city with this wonderkind teen sidekick. Man, I already want to buy the whole series. I'm really sorry about my dad. Let's head inside. Your dad's cool. He loves mysteries. So for the mystery at hand, may we see the unlucky cat statue?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Here. So this is it. I brought it to a taping of the TV appraisal show a few days ago. They couldn't determine whether or not it belonged to Kaito and Amasawa though. But it turns out to be a real deal. It's supposed to be worth 2 million yen. Huh? What? 2 million yen?
Yeah.
I mean, considering its legacy, it's basically the holy grail to his fan base. But still, 2 million?
Amasawa.
Do you think you could tell if it's actually your grandfather's Amasawa? Okay, please, feel free to inspect it. In that case, allow me. Okay, this deep red stain.
No way.
Is that from when your grandfather? No, it's from when I splashed ketchup on it when I was little.
What?
Ketchup? Yeah, I'd been eating a hot dog in his study and got ketchup all over the room. Well, eating may not be accurate, more like swinging it around like a sword. I was really into this historical drama at the time. My grandpa and I watched it together. Sounds like you were quite a little alien as a kid.
That being said,
but this stain, I don't know if anything else could make it clear to me that this is my grandpa's statue. I knew it. We can get millions for this. Seriously? Wow, talk about the score of a lifetime.
excuse me.
Sorry if this question comes across a bit strange, sir, but I must ask. Does this statue ever make noise? Maybe like a meow? Huh? Does my cat statue meow? What makes you ask? Well, the thing is, on the night my grandpa died 7 years ago, I heard it. This cat, it meowed at me. Are you serious? Amasawa, is this the supernatural phenomenon you referred to before?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
Could you give us some more details? Sorry, I know this must be hard. No, I understand. We have to do it for the case. This is the first time I've seen Amasawa like this. The statue's meow.
Amasawa.
So you're saying you definitely heard the meow of a cat on the night your grandpa died?
Yes.
I have no doubt. I believe it was around 1:30 in the morning. I woke up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water and passed by my grandfather's study. That was when I heard it meowing, or a meowing sound, come from the room. Did your grandpa or grandparents have a pet cat, or maybe it was a stray? Outside the window? No, they didn't have any cats, and I definitely would have known if a stray had gotten in. With Ronpo in the yard, no cats could have gotten by without him barking up a storm. And I distinctly remember the sound being loud enough to come from the room, not from outside the house.
Seriously?
Well,
What's even creepier is I can remember my grandpa telling me more than once. Okay, when the cat cries, misfortune comes calling.
What was that?
What? I was given strict orders to never even approach the study if I ever heard a cat meowing in there. That's why once I heard the cat, I ran back to my room and hid, terrified. And the next day my grandpa was dead. Okay, that must have been so hard. If I just been brave enough to go in the room instead of running, I could have prevented my grandpa from dying. 7 years ago. You're only 11, right? Don't blame yourself for being scared. A truly artful detective can solve incidents before they even occur. I wonder if her grandpa's own incident has anything to do with Amasawa taking that saying so seriously.
Amasawa.
You said your grandpa was ruled death was ruled an accident. Was there even a slight chance that it was actually a crime?
Yes.
The police came and checked the scene, but they said they couldn't find anything suspicious. Besides, it's happened in a locked room, so not only was the door to the study inaccessible, but the crescent locks on all the windows were still secure. A locked room and a cursed statue. This is sounding more and more like one of Kaito and Amasawa's book. Okay, what's a crescent lock? They're the most common kind of window lock in homes. For a reason, they get the job done. I thought the windows were a point of entry for anyone that night. Oh, okay. Since the police didn't see any sign of a break-in or even a struggle, they really had no recourse but to rule the death an accident. So it's doubtful this was a burglar gone wrong. Afterwards, the unlucky cat creeped out the whole family enough that my grandma pawned it off. Unsurprisingly, the family lost track of the statue after that, so I never expected to see it again like this. Okay, Shimada-san, thank you for going out of your way to help us today. Oh no, it's my pleasure. Did you find any clues, maybe even a lead now? Unfortunately, I'm not so sure. What? What was that? Well, look out. Oh my god. What the? Are you okay? I'm so sorry. I guess it wasn't secured all the way.
It can't be.
Was that the unlucky cat?
Unbelievable.
No way. Dad, please. What's it gonna take for you to get rid of the statue? Even I'm starting to get freaked out by this. D-Rix. Okay, well, we should get home. Thanks again for today. Okay.
Excuse me.
Actually, sir. Yes?
Please and thank you.
Would you mind leaving the statue with us for a while? What? Leave it with you? Yes, until we can debunk the curse. But aren't you worried? This curse is starting to look pretty, real deal to me. My grandpa once said curses only blight their believers. Did he now? Yes. He also said you must never succumb to the marvel of mystery. You must keep your wits about you. Despite my age, he imparted his philosophy of mystery solving to me before his death, and I hold the truths he shared with me in the highest regard. As Kaito and Amasawa's grandchild, I cannot back down to these strange events and turn away from a genuine mystery. I refuse to believe in this curse, therefore it will have no effect on my pursuit of the truth. But still, not only that, it is a mystery that needs solving by an Amasawa. Oh, Amasawa-san. When I heard that the meow 7 years ago, I ran from the truth and the result was absolutely horrible. I'll never make the same mistake again. Okay, if that's the case, I'll leave it with you. Please find a way to break the curse before something bad happens.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, we got it.
Excuse me.
By the way, I heard that you bought the statue from a friend who runs a second-hand shop. Which one would that be? Okay, Ebisupon and Ijincho. Ebisupon, got it. I'll speak with him now. Thanks again. Amasawa was really into this case. Guess I shouldn't be surprised, considering, well, I should step up my advising efforts for her on this one.
Excuse me.
Okay, hello, is this a bad time? I'm from Yagami Detective Agency, Takayuki Yagami. I would like to ask you a few questions. Oh, a detective.
It's a pleasure.
I'm his assistant, Kyoko Amasawa. You're his assistant, a high schooler. Is there a problem?
Yeah.
No, not particularly. What is it you wanted to ask? We're looking into this lucky cat statue from Mikio Shimada. He says he knows you. Ah, this is where Shimada-san. Would you mind if I ask how did you first come to acquire the statue? This pawnbroker friend of mine closed up his shop, so I bought his remaining inventory. He couldn't vouch for the statue's authenticity though. Well, we know it's a real thing now, but maybe we ought to fill him in on that. Might make a mess of things. Yes. You don't happen to know who sold the cat to your friend originally, do you? Nah, sorry. He told me it had been passed around a bunch before it ended up in his shop, but he didn't know any specifics, probably why he couldn't authenticate the thing. I see. Thanks anyway. One last question. This might sound odd, but when you still had the statue in the shop, did anything strange ever happen here? Strange? You mean the curse? Nah, I don't buy into that stuff. Nothing ever happened here to make me change my mind either. Nothing at all. Are you sure? Nope. The guy I got the statue from never mentioned any sort, although I suppose he might have just not wanted to sound crazy. Oh, I see.
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, does this mean the so-called curse didn't begin until Shimada-kun's father acquired the statue?
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Oh! What's smoke? Is it burning?
Are you serious?
Really? Okay, I guess someone is just following us, right? Maybe, because this guy said nothing happened with him. Nothing happened to him. Someone is just doing this. Yeah, we got the fire out right away, but seriously, we have no idea where it came from. Whoosh, out of nowhere. I'm glad that didn't get any worse.
It can't be.
What do you think started the fire? I have to say, the number of incidents around this cat is getting ridiculous. I don't think this is coincidence at all. Okay, hang on. Do you smell something? Gasoline? Gas? That would mean there's a chance that the fire earlier was actually arson. Agreed. Yagami-san, what do you say we search the scene real quick before the police get here? Yeah. Let's check and observe.
What the?
That's definitely gasoline. What's this? Something's dripping here.
If I were to guess,
I'd wager it's gasoline based on the color and smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the alley. Let's see if we can track it. Okay, there. There's a water bottle. A plastic bottle. More gasoline smell.
which means
Does this mean... Yep, and the fire at the pawn shop was actually arson. But who's the culprit and why? No idea, but let's fill in the police and the guy at the shop on what we found first.
Excuse me.
Yagami-san, how should we proceed with the investigation from here? Well, now that we know that the fire was at the pawn shop was intentionally set, what I'd love to do is pin down our little firebug.
What?
Pin them down? How exactly?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about them, but they're obviously after the statue. Maybe we can just lure him out somehow? A solid enough idea, but where should we start? I suppose just meandering around town ought to do it, considering how quickly the pawn shop was hit. I can't imagine it taking long. I see. So some genuine hard-boiled legwork, a lot riskier than my usual investigations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be more dangerous than I like. That's why you ought to head back to... I think not. Please allow me to continue the case.
Nah.
Amasawa, this is...
Please and thank you.
I need to solve this myself, Yagami-san. Please.
Gotcha.
Okay, but you really have to be careful and keep your distance when we're in public. Got it? I'm basically a walking tragedy magnet carrying around the thing.
Yes.
Yes, I promise. I'll be safe. So, where should we head first? Preferably somewhere that makes it easy to watch our backs while we kill the time. How about we play darts?
What?
You wanna play darts? Why? Only one person has to take their eye off their surroundings at a time, and if someone does come after us, you can always counter with some darts to the face.
Nah.
Okay, I have to give you points for over our plan, but darts to the face? Make no mistake, I'm actually quite good at the game. Really? My aim's solid enough to be able to hit a human head.
Nope.
So I think it'd be best if I handled any incoming threats, and if you just don't say that kind of thing to someone, maybe. Right. Well, after you. Well, we're not out here to play games, but... Yes. Okay, let's play for a bit. Keep your eyes peeled for any suspicions in individuals along the way, especially if they're approaching you. I'll be careful. At least this is a small place. We'll definitely see anyone coming for us. I'm gonna break you, Amasawa. The last time I lost was to Emily. My girlfriend.
Step it up.
Let's go.
But you're not gonna win against me.
Yep.
No!
Nice.
555. Are you serious?
Yep.
No way.
You're good? You're good. You said you were good.
Oi.
Single. Like your relationship. Okay, let's go.
Nice.
Single.
Yep.
Double.
Oi.
Crippled 13. Oh, double bill. 2 bullseye.
Okay.
No. Oh my god. Are you serious?
Nice.
Oh my god, thank god.
You can't win them all.
Yes. We need to teach the kids that they can't win all of them.
There we go.
Alright. Not bad, Yagami-san. Should have gone easy on you? Oh, don't rub it in.
Amasawa.
So, did you see anyone suspicious yet? I kind of got into the game and forgot to look around. Oh, come on, you seriously weren't looking? I guess I sort of got into the zone there too, though. Looks like the darts didn't make for the best cover activity. We should shift gears. What would work better for us? Good idea. Where could we watch for potential assailants? How about the batting center? Why there?
If I were to guess...
We'll still be able to see anyone approaching us. In fact, this could be even better than darts. One person does all the batting, the other one can observe our surroundings without losing concentration in the game. Okay. Okay, and even better, a bat makes for a much effective defensive weapon than darts.
I see.
Well, I'll handle the defensive part for us, but let's get over there before something bad can happen to us here. Okay, nice. Made it safely. Let's get right into so we don't look suspicious. Okay, right. Acting natural. Alright, Slugger. Show me what you got. You're not gonna bat, Amasawa? Let's just say I'm more literally inclined than athletically inclined. I'm pretty sure even a bookworm can swing a bat. Still, a bit too hard-boiled if a detective work for my taste. Okay, keep an eye out while I swing a few. I can't have anyone sneaking up on us.
Yes.
Right, leave it to me. Basic bat.
Here we go. All right.
One.
Nice. Yeah.
Third one. Fourth.
Yeah.
Gonna hit all of them? I doubt it though, I doubt it. Oh, see, I failed. I thought it was gonna go down. I thought it was gonna go here.
Nice.
Slider.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, not bad though, not bad. 8 out of 10. Home run legend. Not bad, but not my best. Your face is telling me you think you could have done better. Usually I do get more hits in, yeah. Sure worked up a sweat in here. Have some water though. Thank you.
Hey.
So any luck on your end? Spot anyone? Yeah, about that. I've seen a few somewhat suspicious people, but no one who seems to be paying us any attention. I see. Why don't we take a short break for now? I wonder who it is. Mirai. Okay, show it. Show it to the people now. Hey, Amasawa, can I ask you something? What is it? Is your grandpa the reason you started the Mystery Research Club? Yes, in fact. He's the reason I grew so obsessed with mysteries in general. He's been a very big influential in my life. Or influence, I mean. So, do you see yourself becoming a mystery author in the future? I certainly hope so. No more than that. I believe it's something I must do. Really?
Yes.
Yes. Truth be told, my dream is to complete this unfinished masterpiece. Oh, do you have any unfinished manuscript of his?
Well...
I do. When he passed away, he was in the midst of completing the final entry of his most popular series. He got roughly halfway through the draft, but he didn't write anything about the most crucial part, the dual reveal of the culprit and the method.
That being said,
He didn't leave any notes behind that even hint towards what they could be, so no one knows how he meant to finish the book. Sounds like you got some real work on your hands. Indeed. Although I recently realized something that could be potential answer to the mystery.
Oh.
You really are good. I'll have to send you a copy someday for that one. Let me know if you figure out before you get to the end. Why is someone here? Excuse me. Yeah? Wait, does she hear something?
Hey.
What's going on? Yagami-san, please keep an eye contact and pretend we're just chatting.
Well,
There's a man across the street who keeps looking at us. There is? Oh, that guy. Now that I think of it, he was at the arcade too.
What?
He followed us here.
yes.
Seems so. He wasn't acting suspicious there at first, but later when I took off with the statue and hid it from sight, he was looking around in panic like he'd lost sight of something. So you think he's been after us this whole time? Yes, I'd presume so.
Excuse me.
How about we take a bit of a calculated risk? What is it you want to calculate?
Yes.
If I stay here and distract him, would you be willing to slip out and loop back around him? That way you can catch him before he has a chance to escape.
I see.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's a solid plan. I'll get it over. I'll get over to him real quick. Gotta find the back door first. Okay, the back door is right here. Yes, it's pretty much the same as the batting center in Kamurocho, right? Okay, he'll definitely see me coming from here. How can I sneak up on him without getting caught? Okay, we need to wear a disguise, I suppose. Alright, this outfit should do it. I'll move slowly enough to not call his attention.
Hey.
Hey. Huh? Who are you? Wait, you're with that girl. And you're the firebug at the pawn shop, right?
Yagami-san!
Yagami-san. Amasawa, keep away. The cat. The lucky cat. Do you want this? You want it because it's evidence, right? Because of what's still on it? You saw it? You saw it. What do you mean evidence? Oh, pray tell. Is there something on this cat that could put you away for good, perhaps? Oh, what? Excellent bluff, Amasawa. You led him right where you wanted him.
Hey.
And now we have the final confirmation. So, what is it on this cat that could get you in so much trouble? You tried to burn down a pawn shop over this thing. What's on the cat that you need gone so badly? Who knows?
Hey.
Okay, answer us. What do you want about the Kaito and Amasawa's death? Or what do you know about Kaito and Amasawa's death? I said stay back. Oh, he's trying to... Hand it over. What? Ow. How dare you? Yagami, do something. That cat.
Amasawa.
I thought you said you weren't suited for the hard-boiled work. I suppose I was a bit rambunctious when I was little. I still have what it takes to raise a bit of hell when I need it. Okay. I'm gonna kill you both and take the thing. Okay, Amasawa, it's my job from here on. Stay back, seriously.
Here we go.
Dempsey roll. Eat it.
Hey. Nah.
Great, he's out cold. Let's tie him up, just in case. That ought to do it. Oh, you got all gross now.
Yagami-san.
Considering how this man reacted to the
If I
cat,
were to guess,
I believe there's at least one secret to it that we don't know. One that neither your family or the police knew about at the time either.
Yes.
And if that's the case, it's not going to be easy to discover. But I can't say that there's absolutely nothing to it. After all, it was one of my grandfather's most cherished rare possessions.
Yagami-san.
Why don't we give it another thorough look over? Yeah, good idea. Is there something hidden? Eyeballs jiggle a little. Actually, I can push it in a bit. Interesting that the eyes are actually separate parts. But why make something so elaborate? I'm not sure. Slight gap around the neckline. Really? I thought it was all one big molded piece. It's more apparent now that it has mud in it. It must have been from when it got dropped earlier. How odd. Why could it be there? A jiggly eye and a gap around the neck. I wonder if they have any function.
Which means...
You know, if the eyes and neck are... Could it be? An eye for the truth will eventually find a way. Hold on to that keen eye and take a good look around you.
What was that?
Sorry, I just remembered my grandpa saying this once while holding the cat. Said it with pride, but it has always stuck out as somewhat odd to me.
If I were to guess...
Maybe he was giving me a hint all the way back then. A hint to how the cat works? Yes. Sometimes he'd give me clues to see if I could pick up on a mystery as a sort of game.
I see.
But what do you think he meant by it? Perhaps we're supposed to hold onto the eye and make the cat head go around. Look around? Yeah, we should hold the loose eye in place and spin the head.
In other words...
I see. You hold onto the keen eye and make the head. Take a good look around. Yes. Leave it to the wordsmith, huh? What we say you give it a try. It turned. The arm. Yagami-san, look. It's just... It meowed. So it's a trick statue. I bet this is what your grandpa was hinting at. Yes, of course, but no one in my family had any idea it could do that. It appears... Yes, it has a secret compartment. Looks empty though. A smudge. No, a fingerprint. A dark red stain all dried up. Is it? Yeah, no mistaking it this time. That's blood. Oh, I'm so screwed.
No way.
Then let me take a guess. That fingerprint's yours. And this blood. It belongs to Kaito and Amasawa, doesn't it?
Hey!
Answer me. What do you know about this? Kaito and Amasawa is my grandpa. Did you have anything to do with his death? Your Oh, I see. You're the man's granddaughter, huh? To think his granddaughter would be the one who caught me 7 whole years later. Please, answer me. I guess there's no getting away with this now. And I'm just so tired. Fine, I'll tell you. Alright, let's hear the truth about what happened to Kaito and Amasawa. Finally, Amasawa and the rest of her family can get some closure. Reason for wanting the cat.
If I have this right.
So he wanted the cat, or to get the statue back so he could clean out the compartment. Yeah, that's right. I didn't know for sure there was a fingerprint in it though. Really? You mean you did all this just to be cautious? Yep. I was wearing gloves that night, so I wasn't thinking about fingerprints, but once I got away from the scene, I saw I had a tear in my glove and my finger was covered in blood.
In other words...
So you worried that you left some kind of trace at the scene? Okay, later the police ruled his death an accident, so I knew they didn't find any prints. But that secret compartment, that could have been a game changer. There was a solid chance I left a trace of being in there. And all it take was for one person to figure out the statue's secret and I'd be screwed. That's why I tried so hard to get the cat, but it fell off the map pretty quickly. For 7 whole years, that damn cat's been the one thing in my mind. And all of a sudden, about a month ago, I see the thing on TV, the cat I see in my nightmares all the time. Alright, we did hear about getting appraised on TV at some point, yes. Yeah, let me tell you, I was shitting myself after watching that fancy pants appraiser looking it over with his little magnifying glass thing. If he popped that compartment on TV, So you saw the current owner of the statue of the appraisal show, and that's when you tried to get it back from him. Right. Okay, truth. Hold on, does it mean you're the one causing all the trouble for the Shimada family? Probably, yeah. First I tried sneaking into their place to get it back, but the guy just woke up on me. I mean, I guess he's wearing like military stuff, right? Camouflage. When I told him to give me the cat, he thought I was a ghost and straight up passed out. Well, he did say that he started suffering a mysterious illness after that night. A high fever, to be specific. A fever? Oh, that's no mystery. I had a cold that night. I must have given it to him. Well, I suppose that explains that part. But you're not just responsible for getting the guy sick. You tried to burn their house down too, didn't you? Well...
If I were to guess...
Oh, since the intimidation failed, you thought you could just resort to torching the evidence. Civilians be damned. Are you the one who tried to run over Shimada-san too? And the one who caused the accident outside the cafe the other day? You're really good, kid. I figured if the owner died, his family would get just as creeped out as the last one. And get rid of the thing, you know?
Nah.
What a scumbag. Then, what about Shimada-kun's grades dropping? What about what? I guess he doesn't have anything to do with that one. Okay, fear makes mountains of molehills. Because they were so convinced misfortune would befall them, even the most harmless things were perceived as part of the curse. It happened 7 years ago, like you know. I was up past my eyeballs in debt. I need a lot of money. I need it by sunrise. That's when I spotted the biggest mansion in the whole neighborhood. I'd heard some kooky famous author lived there.
It can't be.
So you snuck into the house that night. Yup. The place was huge and all lights were off. I figured I wasn't getting caught.
That being said...
But a Rampo was in the yard, our dog. I'm sure he would have barked at you. He was too busy chowing down on the rice bowl I tossed him. Oh, Rampo. Sometimes you're too sweet.
Hey.
Okay, what do you do next? I went looking for his study as fast as I could. I assumed all the real goods would be either stashed away or on display in there. It was late enough that I figured everyone would be asleep. But when I found the study and peeked inside, I saw the old man just barely lit up with a candle. He fiddled around with the cat's head, opened the thing up, and took something out.
What?
What was it? I couldn't believe it. Inside the cat, the old man had a bar of gold.
Huh?
A bar of gold. The way he was grinning at it, I knew it was real. Had to be worth millions. I jumped at him without even thinking. We tussled for a bit, so I grabbed the cat and I whacked him in the head with it. How could you? And then you took the gold and ran off? Yeah. Thought I was gonna be made for life. In the end, the goddamn loan shark just wiped it from me and pretended it never happened. But how did you get out? The study was locked when the police arrived. Oh, Dad. I panicked after accidentally offing the guy. This went from a simple robbery to a potential homicide fast. I made myself focus and came up with an idea. I'd use the cat arms gimmick to make the whole thing look like an accident.
Huh?
What do you mean? You'll see. Should happen anytime soon now. We went back.
Huh?
It closed. Real smart, that old man. It's built so it closed back automatically. Okay, the arm sprang back up with surprising force. Yup, that's what I used. Oh, I see. You rigged it up on the window, didn't you? Yep, sounding like the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Amasawa.
Mind explaining, Amasawa?
If I were to guess...
What I imagined was he stacked up some books by the window and then put the statue on top with its arm lowered, mind you. Okay. I also assumed that he arranged the books rather unstably so it would collapse. By placing the cat in the right spot, its paw would shoot upwards and engage the window lock, effectively sealing the room. He must have slipped out of the window after quickly arranging the scene, then waited, hoping to see the gimmick play out as he planned before he could be caught. When the time arrived, the paw shot up, whacking the window lock closed. With enough force to knock over both the cat and the stack of books. This was the window right in front of the spot where my grandfather laid. The scene must have ended up looking like grandfather had fallen and hit his head on the statue.
I see.
I get it now.
Which means...
Okay, that gold bar must have been my grandpa's secret saving. Explains why he never told any of us how the cat worked. And it explains why he tried to scare me away from the room if I ever heard it meow. Can't blame your family for never finding out. I doubt anyone would have checked for a secret treasure before getting rid of what they thought was a regular creepy statue. The curse of the lucky statue, all due to a secret my grandpa took to the grave. Finally, I know the truth. Just like a mystery writer would hope, I would have been really screwed if you were this smart as a kid. I still can't believe the statue had a secret compartment the whole time, let alone a gold bar at one point. At least I can finally chalk a non-supernatural cause up to the meowing I heard that night. Good point. If you think about it, the curse attached to the statue was just another layer of security for my grandpa. Not only does it have a secret compartment with a gimmick to opening it, but it even has an ominous story surrounding it, designed to drive people away. Perhaps this amused my grandpa enough to make this one his cherished possessions. I could see that.
Amasawa.
At any rate, Amasawa, I'm glad you're able to get to the bottom of what really happened to your grandpa.
Yes.
I agree, truly. I can't tell you the weights that's been lifted off my shoulders. And it's all thanks to you, Yagami-san. Oh, I don't know. You're really sharp on this case too, Amasawa. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one who figured out the trick to opening the cat. Not only that, you solved the locked room murder right after learning who did it. And that's true, but still. You know what, Amasawa? I sort of feel like your grandpa was hoping you'd solve the statue's mystery all along. Think about it. Why else would he ask you a riddle about the statue while holding it if he wanted to keep it a secret to everyone? Even with what was in it? If I'd solved the mystery, I'd found out what's inside. Well, maybe it was meant to be a gift for future you or like a prize awarded to a full-grown detective, Kyoko Amasawa. I see. So when I don't fall victim to the lies and push past the fear, I can find a glimpse of truth. That definitely sounds like Grandpa. The gold might be gone, but you still grew to become a fine detective and solve a genuine mystery. Just like your grandpa predicted. I'm sure he's proud of you, wherever he is. I sure hope so. Well, Grandpa, are you? Jesus, this side case was long. Oh my god. It was good though, but I just wish they allowed us to like run. No, run. Taxi, yes, because the other places were very far away, right? And there was literally no dialogue. I mean, only one, and then they'd stop, right? I wish they just let us ride a taxi then, rather than running from one point to another, increasing the length of the side case. But it was good. Yes, it was good. And we played some games with Amasawa. It's just that they tried to what do you call this again? Made it longer because of that, because of the running and all. That's it. So anyways, next episode, I think we'll do some side stuff. I'll check first, right? But yeah, nice episode today from the beginning and to the end. So I'll just see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.